And during an event in Virginia Beach this afternoon, President Joe Biden spoke about health care. Good afternoon, I'm Stephanie Hudson.
And I'm Regina Mobley. Air Force One touchdown at NAS Oceana around 1:30 this afternoon. President Biden was greeted on the tarmac by Virginia Beach Mayor Bobby Dyer and Oceana brass before he headed to the Kempsville Recreation Center. We have team coverage of the presidential visit from 10 on your side's Andy Fox and Kiana Patterson. We begin our coverage with Andy and the president's message.
Yeah, it was a very powerful message among people who were for Joe Biden. He talked about how on March 9th, he is going to lay out his plan. He's going to lay out exactly what he's going to do with raising taxes. He said billionaires only paying 3% doesn't cut it, that they are paying more taxes, police officers are, and teachers than they are, and he says that's where he's going to go to get some of it. He says that he is going to lower health care costs. He came in clearly in campaign mode saying that we need to finish the job, and he targeted Donald Trump as his presumed opponent, talking again and again about MAGA Republicans. But one of the most touching moments involved this man here. His name is Austin Ross, and he has multiple sclerosis. And it was quite moving how you were in the crowd. People saw you, and they brought you to the front so that you could meet the president. What did you think, and what did he say, and what did you say?
I think that is so special that he made his way over to me. And I just want to tell him that he is the greatest president ever. And thank him for working on the health care.
And when he talks about American Health Care Act, did that benefit you? And
yeah,
how so?
Yes, sir. It's going to pay for my what do you
medication, treatment, physical therapy.
Yes.
When you were up there, how did it feel for you to have your son up there with the president?
Just remarkable, very moving. Austin has multiple sclerosis, and he's on Medicaid, so it really matters a lot.
And he said, he's saying, thank you very much, I appreciate it. And you live in Franklin now, and Austin Ross and his mother here, and they were talking about Medicare, and that he will fight to keep Medicare, Medicaid, and that he will fight to keep the other programs as well. Of course, a lot of Republicans disagree with that, but it was a very favorable crowd for Joe Biden, the president, and you have heard from Austin Ross, and one of those that was impacted and touched by the president's visit. Moving, she said. That's the latest from Virginia Beach. Andy Fox, 10 on your side.
Thank you, Andy. 10 on your side's Kiana Patterson is also covering the president's visit. Kiana is live in Virginia Beach with reaction to the president's speech.
Kiana, what are people saying?
Well, so many people are saying that they are so grateful that the president came all the way here to Virginia Beach. I want to show you. He's still over there in the corner right now, shaking hands and taking pictures, talking with people about just how important the Affordable Health Care Act is. He says he's going to keep fighting for it. He says it is not over, but he's calling out the MAGA Republicans in Congress. He says several times that the Republicans are trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act and make health care more expensive, specifically for those with disabilities and those who are seniors. Now, we talked with 3 different people. They all say that they have diabetes and insulin costs them hundreds of dollars a month, but this Affordable Health Care Act helps them lower those costs. So that's what he wants to do. We're going to have sound from those people, interviews from them coming up a little bit later at 5 o'clock, and we'll have team coverage again for you then. In Virginia Beach, Kiana Patterson, 10 on your side.